All right, let's get started here. It's the recap. It's Tuesday, and the market was red again today, which is a real bummer because we, otherwise could have had some better trades, better momentum, and made a little bit more money. But finishing today up 669. It says 662. But I can't get these options out of this group, so this is factored in. So adding the 46.5 back, you get 669. So I'm up 669 on the day. I only count the day trades, and let's go over the trades as usual. I actually did a live stream this morning. I was live this morning on YouTube, just surprise, and if you caught that live, then good for you. And I may do that again in the future, but the reason I did it today is because it was Doge day today, 420, and I thought, maybe that'd be a catalyst for Dogecoin or maybe something in the market that we could trade, and so I woke up early for that, started streaming, but unfortunately today, 420, Doge day, none of that was really a catalyst for anything. If anything, it was a catalyst for Dogecoin going down. As I'm looking at it right here, it's just bouncing at 27 cents, but man, it was at 40 cents earlier this morning. So anyway, this is not a video about Dogecoin, but I just wanted to let you know too that I was doing a live stream this morning, about the news, the 420 catalyst potentially, which didn't really turn out to be a catalyst, and then I took one of these trades live this morning. So if you're interested in watching that, you can go to my live stream. It's up on YouTube. It's the last thing that I uploaded. This space trade, which is actually the trade I made the most money on today, this is there in that video that I took live, so you can go back and watch it and see why I got in or whatever, and taking this trade live and kind of what I was looking at in the morning and in my whole process of just trading in the morning. All of that is there in that video as I was live for pre-market and for the opening bell and for that first trade. So okay, with that out of the way, let's go over the trades for today. So again, space was my first trade on the day, and this is a little bit of a bummer, and if you go back and watch that recap, you'll see what I mean. It's a bit of a bummer. So let me go ahead and enable my trades. I was up. The reason I say it's a bummer is because I was up on this trade more. So here was my initial entry, was very, very good. This one I was watching come into VWAP. I thought if the market can stay strong and get going here, then a long here on space might not be a bad idea. So as it came into VWAP, I got a great entry on this at 2071 right here. I pulled the trigger for 1,000 shares, popped right back up instantly. I was up on the trade $200 within 2 minutes. Took profit off at 2105. I waited a couple minutes, took more profit at 2114. It popped up to 36. Didn't take any profit up there in the 30s, came down a couple minutes, took some profit at 11. It popped up here. I got one profit take at 2132. But from there, it chopped around. I was waiting for that next leg higher, but I didn't like these wicks to the top side. It ended up crumbling back down and all the way down to VWAP, and then the market was actually weakening. Do I live stream my trades each day? No. These recaps I do live every single day at 5:40 p.m. I trade every single day, and I do these recaps live every single day. But in terms of live streaming in the morning while I'm in trades and while I'm taking the trades, I don't do that every single day. I did that this morning though, so if you want to check that out, you can watch it. It's here on my channel on YouTube, and you can watch that. That was from this morning. I don't do that normally, but I will definitely do it again at some point in the future, so you guys can kind of watch how I trade and all that good stuff. So this was initially at 1,000 share position. I got out 700 shares pretty well there. But my last 300 shares I held all the way down here through VWAP and stopped out at 2078. Hit a low of 75, popped right back up, and within 2 minutes was back up over $21. And then for the rest of the day, it just chopped around. But I wanted to get out of my last shares in a good spot. I got out in a terrible spot, finished the trade up 300, if I'd waited 2 more minutes, it would have been a $400 trade. So, and then if I'd gotten out everything up here, it would have been like a $500 or $600 trade. So, there's a lot of what ifs, but at least it was a green trade. And at some point you got to stop out. If it keeps coming down, at some point you got to stop out. You can't hold it forever. So with that, let's keep going. So that was that first one. I think my next was on it was here with NIO here. So looking at this one, it was strong off of the open, like these other stocks were, and so if you go back and watch that live stream video, you'll notice I was looking around at all sorts of different stocks. They all look strong to me. They all look good. But then after I got out of that space trade, things started to change. The market was coming down. So on this one, I actually ended up taking a short position. I got in this one just a tad early there at 37.05. It came up to 37.20. I was down on the position, but then came down and started working in my favor as the market and the NASDAQ started to wither there. So this one was just working for me pretty quickly and taking profit along the way, and then got out of my last shares here at 36.40. So I left about 40-50 bucks on the table as it came down and hit a low 35.90. But oh well. It's funny, on days where I hold my positions and really try to reap the full profits out of them and get the full winnings out of them, on those trades, I'm not able to get the full profit out of them because they don't keep going in my favor. But on these trades where I get out of my profits, more early and, just try to take the profits, they go on for longer, and I could have gotten more out of it. So it's a little frustrating that way. And space is a good example of that on the flip side, where, I should have taken my profits quicker while I had them, because here I got out terribly at 20.78, so bummer. All right, whatever. So my next trade was on coin, and this one was, there's always that one trade, and the last few days I've had many of these trades where it's like I'm just bag holding them, but not bag holding, but trying to manage the position, trying to be smart with this. And so I'll kind of talk you through what I was thinking here, and I know it looks bad, but let's, I finished this trade green, which is just crazy. But so here's what happened. I'm looking at coin, and this was supposed to be a quick scalp trade. You should never let your trades turn into something that you didn't plan for that to happen. So this was a mistake from the get-go. I admit that. This dropped so right here, as this candle came down, it dropped to in front of $22. I bought at 22.01 into the 322 support, which was support here, I thought. I bought that. It did pop up here to 22.50. So I was up like 50 bucks for like a second, but very, very quickly. Then boom, it breaks $22, slams down to 32.20, sideways, crashing down, and on 100 shares, I held from 322 down to 312. So that's $1,000 loss on 100 shares, $10 move. That's $1,000 I was down on this trade. It bounces, and all I'm looking for, the reason I'm holding this position is I just don't want to sell at the low. I want to see the bounce, whatever it will be. I want the bounce. And yeah, it'll probably be a nasty loss, but I don't want to sell at the bottom of a red candle and then have it bounce. And I want to get out on green candles and not get out on red candles. So it did bounce here. And so as I'm watching this bounce play out, this was kind of the make or break point where are we going to come down and make a new low? But I liked the fact that it kind of had this bullish shooting star candle, and we had this wick to the downside, which makes up over half the candle. Nice, that's a bullish looking candle. So yeah, the reversal might be coming. And then it's just about seeing again how far we're going to get out of that reversal. This candle here hit a high of 319.50, 319.49. My in was at 322. So at the top of that candle, I was down only 250 on the trade. Of course, I'm not going to get out right at the top of the candle and get the perfect exit, but just, food for thought. I'm down 1,000 here, and then at this part here at this high, I've actually made back 3/4 of that loss. Don't cut the position. It slams back down. I'm like, all right, we got a lot of day left. Let's kind of see where this takes us. So, and it ramped back up here, 320.50, and then hits a high here of 321. So at that point, I'm only down 100 on the trade. For a split second, comes right back down to 317, and I'm down 500 on the trade. So this one was a roller coaster. Down 1,000 here, only down 100 here, comes all the way back down. I'm down like 600 again, 600, 700 down here. So if we zoom out, you can kind of see the pattern that it made. And this was what I was looking for. Literally, once it was coming down here. So I added to the position here, which was, yeah, kind of ballsy, but I saw this bottom here, and this bottom here is gaining some support. So I averaged down a little bit. It pops back up. I'm like, here we go. But then as it starts to move sideways and down, I'm like, looks like it's starting to maybe form a head and shoulders here. So I did notice that. So that's what gave me the confidence to kind of keep holding this. Came all the way down here. I'm down, 600 on the trade at this point. And then from there, we get that rip up through to, 322, 323. At the high right here, I was up. As it came and spiked up here through 323, I was up on the position. Like over $200. I was up. I should have just grabbed that $200. I mean, I was down 1,000 on this position at one point. So to be up 200, I should have grabbed those profits. Slam back down. I'm like, maybe we're gonna test again, get up through VWAP. I really wanted that explosion because it really looked like with these two candles, we were really gaining some steam. So when I looked at it, I thought, wow, well maybe the target starts to become 325, and I was convincing myself to stay in the trade, but that was dumb because don't look a gift horse in the mouth. You got to count your blessings. So this one, as it came down here and on this next candle right here, I thought it was ramping back up. I was going to give it one more shot, but I got out of the rest of my 80 shares here while I was still green because I thought, you know what, the next candle could take us right back down to 319 and I'd be down on the trade again. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to finish green on this stock, yeah, kind of a wild close on this too. Right back down to 315, bouncing to 317, down to 313, and then bouncing back up to 321. Crazy. So this one was a big mover. You got to watch out. But I had the patience on this trade, and I finished green on this trade somehow. I don't even know. So my last, the other stock I traded was GameStop, and on this one I got in 50 shares right here as it was consolidating. I realized there was no volume on this, whatever, but I thought, you know what the heck? It's GameStop. It just kind of had this V-shaped recovery. Those are bullish. Maybe at some point in the course of the day, it'll get above VWAP and gain some momentum, and maybe it'll start to squeeze. And if that happens, I want to be a part of it. So I grabbed 50 shares of it. I thought I'm just gonna hold this one. I'm in the coin trade at the same time, so I'm looking at other things. But GameStop, I was like, well, it already kind of sold off in the morning. I feel like buying it here, I don't think it's gonna sell off anymore. It has this kind of support area in here. I don't think it's gonna sell off anymore. So I bought it thinking, what the heck? If it squeezes, I'm gonna have a great entry on this, and that was kind of it. I held this for the whole day here. It came down here. I was down on the trade here, like $100, or more than $100 actually. But then as it popped back up, I set my order. I was like, well, I'm probably going to take a loss on this trade, but I'm just going to set my order for now at break even, and if it gets back up there, then that'll be great. It did. It came back up, hit my break even. I got out. So, I'm happy about that. I'm glad I got out for break even, but it did continue up to 159. And then in after hours, it looks like it hit 162. So, did I miss a little bit of potential profit on it? Yeah, sure I did. But this was a stock that, I really just, I thought I was really looking for a better afternoon squeeze anyway. So I wanted to see it, up into the 160s again, but whatever. So this one I got out, break even, no harm, no foul. And then my last trade on the day was on NEO again. I took another trade on this in the afternoon. My entry on this was not great, and I got in boldly for 1,000 shares. 36.77. I bought. I was up briefly on it as it hit a high, this 84 high right here, but then the market, so I'll show you what the market was doing at this time. The market was, this is on a 1 minute, let's go to 5 minutes. So the market was right here, coming up, right here. It was coming up with this wick here. It was coming up, it was green candle there, and it was looking good. And then as that candle slammed back down, NEO came down. So you always have to have one eye on the market, and that's kind of what I show you in that in the live stream I did this morning, which you can go back and watch on that space trade. You can see I was talking about having kind of one eye on the market every time you're in a trade. If you're in a trade that's correlating really strongly with the market, then you want to know what the market's doing, and you want to be constantly evaluating whether the stock that of whatever stock you're looking at has relative strength or weakness compared to its index. So anyway, that's something to be mindful of, and you can go and watch that video if it's something you're interested in learning more about. So anyway, long 1,000 shares, not a great entry. As the NASDAQ came down, I was looking for this support level to come in once again, and as we slammed down, NEO came down here. It popped right back up. So I was down on the trade. I gave back everything that I made on it on my first trade on the day at this low right here. But then it pops right back up. I'm like, okay, here we go. And it chops around. I mean, you see these candles here are, with 1,000 shares, for me at least, this is no, walk in the park here. You got to be watching this thing because these candles are, 10 cents each. So that's $100. So it comes up, back up to break even as it hits this high, right back down to 59, and then right back up and right up through VWAP. And as we gained strength there, I really liked it because, again, what gave me confidence was, look at the market. The market has support at this level, and the market came down. So NEO came down at that point that I showed you, but then as the market caught that bid, I'm watching the price action, I'm watching the volume come in, and now it's starting to bounce. And where is it bouncing? It's bouncing at that support level that came in 1-2 times before. So now it looks good. Reverse head and shoulders here. It looks bullish. I mean, we can see now that it's come back down, but while I'm in the trade, it looks great. Triple bottom here. So coming back up. And so that's where I'm like, all right, this trade is working in my favor. It looks great. I'm taking profits along the way, and nice trade there to end the day. And now I'm up 350 on NEO, and up on the day 669. It's only fitting that I'm up, a $69 amount as it is Doge day. Let's check in with Doge. I'm gonna end this recap. So that's it for the recap part. Those are all the trades I took today. But I do want to just take a quick gander at what Dogecoin is doing. So it's at 31 cents right now, and bouncing off that 27. But what a sell-off on Doge day for Dogecoin. So I'm holding a position on Dogecoin right now. I don't have a lot of faith in it. It's not a small position. I wouldn't say it's a small position, but it is not like crazy or anything like that. So it's still above my cost basis, and I'll continue to be monitoring it, but maybe this is the pump fake before the surge to $69. I traded NEO and Tesla today, got chopped up mainly because of spreads and price action. I ended the day down 2,100. At least you did good. Dude, I'm really glad. I'm really glad you said that. I'm glad just because I like when people, put stuff in the chat about how they're doing. I always tell people, guys, I'm going to respond to you in a second, but go to the link, the description, join my Discord, and literally tell me how your day went. I want to know if you made money today or lost money. I've lost a lot of money. So socks off Fifth Avenue, I've lost more than 2,100 in a day. Maybe you have too. So maybe that wasn't, hopefully that wasn't your worst day ever. But everyone has a different thing going on. For me, $2,100 loss would be really bad, really bad. Not my worst loss ever though, but it would be really bad. But maybe for you, not so bad. I don't know. So everyone has a different thing going on. But I traded NEO and Tesla today. Where'd you go wrong? Out of curiosity, did you go long or short? And I actually tried to trade on Tesla today. I tried to buy it right here, which would have worked out. Guys, I don't say things that aren't true. All right, I tried to buy it right here. I'm not saying that just because it went up. If I tried to buy it, here, I would say it. So I tried to buy it here, and it would have been a great trade there, 16 to 21, but. Nah, it is my worst day ever. Oh man, dude, I've been there. It's a terrible feeling. So my worst day ever was not that long ago. You can go watch the recap of it. I lost $4,100, double what you lost today. So don't I don't know how much you make on average or what your best day ever is either. But at least for me, my worst day ever is way worse than my best day ever is good. So. That's kind of how it has been recently for me, and I have to be honest, it's been like that, and it's not super encouraging. So was up 100 today, but overtraded, now $2 of profit. Look, man, you didn't lose money today, so you can come back tomorrow totally fresh. I went both ways on Tesla, but I traded options and the spreads were horrible. See, that's why, dude, don't day trade options, man, because you got commissions on that, crazy commissions doing that. Dude, I would not day trade options, man. Why not just take the equity if you have good margin? Now, granted, on Tesla you have to have a lot of margin to be able to take positions on this thing. So it is difficult to day trade Tesla just in terms of how much capital you need. But if you can avoid options, I would really encourage you to do that, because the spreads are always going to be an issue. And then I just lost my train of thought. Well, you have time decay as well. The spreads are always an issue. And then what was my last reason for options being bad to day trade? I don't even remember. I don't remember. I swear I had something else to say. Anyway, the point is don't day trade options. Mainly it's the spreads. And the liquidity too, getting in and out of equity is so much faster. So, there's a lot of advantages to just the commission. You have commissions on trading options, right? So options has more opportunity. Well, not really. Well, again, it depends. So like if you're buying one option, then that is a bundle. You're leveraged 100 shares of the stock. It's actually not as good, and I'll tell you why. I can buy, at least for me, because I can buy 100 shares of Tesla. I have enough margin to be able to buy 100 shares of Tesla given its current price right now. Granted, I don't have enough buying power to buy much more than that, but I can buy 100 shares. So if I buy 100 shares on it, that's the same as buying an option, and it's better because options, I know you're only in a trade for a short period of time when you're day trading, but they do have time decay. So if you held a trade all day, you would experience one full day of time decay, and that is not, insignificant. It exists. Second of all, you have the spreads. Trading in and out of Tesla, I can join the bid, join the ask, I'm in, out, I can set my exact price. It's very precise. With options, you don't have that flexibility. You basically have to buy your option, somewhere between the bid and ask, but a lot of the times you're going to have to give up a lot of room to if you're trying to buy, you're going to have to kind of go up to that seller on the ask, and you're going to have to give them a good deal, and that's a problem. So you're going to lose some money there. And then you have commissions on options. I don't have commissions on stock on TD Ameritrade, but on options I do. I'd have to pay whatever small amount it is. So that's 3 reasons right now that stock is better than options in terms of day trading. Scalp, so time decay is never really a problem. So yeah, but the problem with scalping options is, dude, I mean, the problem with scalping options is scalping is very quick. You need to be in and out quickly. And so that's where the stock lends itself to scalping, because you can get in and out very quickly. At least on TD Ameritrade, if I wanted to buy and sell options quickly, there is a way to do that, but it's just going to be janky, dude. It's just not. So what you could do is like pull up one of these options like on I don't know. It's just tough. You can get an active trader here for options, but is that really what you're doing? I mean, I don't know. I'd rather just, if you can, just buy the stock straight out. It's going to be way better, even especially for scalping, honestly, because you can just be quick with it. The longest you've been in a trade is about 1 minute. Yeah, I mean, that's very difficult with options though, because yeah, I don't know. I guess that's interesting. I mean, you need options that move quickly, and if they move quickly, they're very volatile. You can very quickly, yeah, you can lose a lot of money for sure. But yeah, you could make a lot of money too. I used to use TOS, but I get filled faster on interactive brokers. Yeah, no, interactive brokers will definitely give you better fills. I'm just using, I mean, I'm very used to thinkorswim. It does have its advantages, but I agree that it's not the best, not even close to the best platform out there. It's not that good, honestly. It has a lot of glitches and shit that's wrong with it. And I would know. I've been using it for a long time. But anyway, that's the recap for today. I like talking with you guys, and I love these discussions. You can go again to my Discord and we can chat there. There's a link in there you can click, fill out, very quick form, and you can schedule to meet with me and we can just talk stocks. And as long as it's on topic, I love talking about it. So guys, come on, hit the like button on this video if you haven't hit the like button already. You got to do it, I'm telling you. And then subscribe if you like these recaps, because I do them every single day. And then I was live for my whole trading routine this morning, so go and watch that and hit the like button on that, because I rarely do that. So I think it was kind of a treat for you guys, and I had a really good trade in there on space today. So go and check that out. I think you guys could get a lot out of it. The main reason I lost so much is my fault. I tried to revenge trade when I was down the first time. Yeah, that'll do it. So yeah, all right guys, that's it from me. I appreciate you guys all for being here. I'll be back tomorrow morning trading, and I'll have the recap out for that. Again, I'll be live tomorrow 5:40 p.m. I'll be live doing my recap, and yeah, that's it guys. All right, peace, see ya, bye Vlad.